up against Thailand, where we see Jordan was able to I mean, could it be a long shot? Is in the idea? What do you think?
Definitely, I think it's one of the most important tools to use here. And also, you need to be really good at defending. It's not only about creating chances and scoring goals, it's also about being really solid in defense. And that's what we saw already from these teams. You know, the whole four teams, they have reached to this stage. They were defending insanely well, and that helped them, of course. So when you defend really well, you have more chances of creating and finding the net for scoring the goals.
Exactly, and also the defending starts in the midfield, not on the back line most of the
Yeah.
time. Because you don't want to be inviting pressure most of the time. So, like what Abdulaziz says, if you're well structured from the middle itself, then the chance of creating chances in the front is going to be much more easier.
Agree.
Unless you're going to, play from the flanks and stuff and keep the middle empty, you're basically inviting more pressure in the middle because they could sense what's happening in the middle. So I 100% agree on what Abdulaziz says. It's all down to how they're going to be playing this match. So we're going to be waiting and seeing how it works for them.
Especially if you're, I'm not so sure what strategy they are deploying, but usually if they're starting to do a 4-2-4, for sure that midfield is going to be overcrowded. The only way for you to get the ball forward is long balls and long balls and long balls. But looking throughout the game, the long ball is efficient, but however, chasing that secondary ball, the 50-50 ball, has caused a lot of problem because your teammate who is receiving the ball sometimes is always out of position, and that is where communication needs to come into action.
Definitely, and that's why the chemistry between the players should be there. Because as we saw, I mean, the players with the air ball, especially players like Pullet, Jan Koller, Erling Haaland, they give you extra options in order to create chances. And that's why I think Jordan will start with Jan Koller in their squad. So we still haven't seen the squads yet, but I think they will be using that.
Agree on that. I think let's see how things goes. Well, Decipher, what do you think in this match is going to happen? Because both teams are looking really strong. You said formation comes into play, but remember once you go into the game, they will definitely change the formation.
Of course,
Yeah, they keep changing because they need to adapt to whatever that's happening on the match. But I think Japan has that edge as well because they're on the winning momentum.
Yep.
But Jordan, like what Abdulaziz was saying, this is their last chance.
Yep.
So they have to, you gotta make it, or it's a goodbye.
Yep, you make it or is it going to be out the window? I agree because throughout the knockout stages, Jordan was more defensive. They like to invite opponent attacking because they are solid in defense. That's without a doubt. But the thing is that they love to pick up the loose ball, clear, and then waiting for the opponent to do mistake. That's what happened to Malaysia. They kick the ball, let Malaysia have the possession, and then try to counter-attack. However, for Japan, it's very fluid type football where they expose, especially on the flanks, when they were up against Indonesia, and then in an instant when they found a space, especially at the half space or the center space, it's a through ball or it's going to be a lofted pass. That's what I see between these two teams are different.
Of course, I totally agree with you. And also, Japan are really good at keeping the ball in the mid and creating chances from there. So that's like their own tactic, their own style. They should never change that, especially at this game, even if your opponent is going to have many players in the midfield, which makes it so much harder for you guys. But on the other side, yes, Jordan play the counter-attack, and they are really good at it. The long balls also. So it will be like completely different two teams with totally different styles. But at the end of the day, whoever stick to the plan and do what they usually do, I think they will have more chances to win this game.
100%. So with the final track, we're going to be going into the match shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC. You're joined by me, Matthew Isaac, Decipher, and also our world champion, Abdulaziz, as we are going to be going into the match very shortly. Well, one last question, Abdulaziz. Maybe it might be a small tip for Jordan. If you were on the controllers going up against Japan, what would you be doing?
Wow, that's a really good question because I'm playing against a very good team, but I'm here one game away from winning and qualifying to the World Cup, which is the main goal. I will definitely give it my all. I will stick to the plan, and I will try to score that first goal because that will give me a lot of confidence. And on the other side, it will be a little bit shaky for them.
I mean, the first goal is the most important part of the match, right? Because it decides your mentality, it decides the atmosphere and how you're going to be approaching for your next goal. Or are you going to be defending or you're going to be attacking next?
Exactly, and when you get that first goal, the other team will be chasing the game. And that's where you will see many mistakes. And then you can just score the second goal and then from there,
Absolutely.
Well, for me, if I was on the side of Team Japan, one thing that they need to be careful is to not get frustrated with the back line of Team Jordan. They will frustrate you like it's no tomorrow. Every time you try to dribble in, it's always a two-man sandwich. Every time you try to go on the flank, literally the center back is called upon with the fullback to block the angle. So if they maintain their composure, try to be more patient in the build-up, maybe, I say maybe, they can exploit every time, for example, when they start to rush a defender towards the ball and maybe loft the pass behind the defender into a running center forward. That's what I see.
Yeah,
That's really good point. Yes, that's really good point. But the thing here is, who is going to stick to the plan and who is going to change something? That's what the game will, the direction of the game will decide itself. But I believe the coach, they did, let's say, in the last 2 days, and now there is no room for mistakes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The first semi-final for FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC featuring eFootball Mobile. This is semi-final round number 1. Remember, it is over 2 games, total goal aggregate. Hey, you might get an you might get 0-0 in the first game, but it is not a deterrent because total goal will for surely bring you to the next round, man.
I really love how the atmosphere is like right now because I can literally hear all the crowd noise in my ears right now. It's like I'm in actual stadium and this is what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC. It's Japan up against Jordan right now.
As we can see, Japan is trying to attack very, very slowly, Matt. As we can see, they are very, very patient. Try again, try to do that lofted pass. But however, the defensive of Jordan is pretty solid. And they are doing this over and over again to test the readiness of Team Jordan's defense.
Absolutely. I see a couple of attacking momentum coming from Japan right now. And still Japan is on the ball. They're going to be having a throw in right now. They got a couple of options here, 2 to 3 options. But like what Abdulaziz says, the first goal is going to be super essential right now. So it's down to Japan or maybe Jordan how they're going to play this game, isn't that, Abdulaziz?
Yes, I mean, it's all about the first goal. We see here a very slow start from the Jordanians team where they try to control the game and they do what they do best, which is the counterattacks.
Yes, and as we can see, that's what Jordan's all about. Pulling Japanese players forward and then try to make a run behind the defender. But again, this is what I'm talking about. Japan, slow build-up, short passing, pulling defenders away, possibly a good stop ball. That is an opening and looking for a header, but it was cleared away by the defender, and now Jordan has the advantage.
I think that's a really good way to handle pressure there. Japan is just trying to put everything on the table here. Meanwhile, Jordan is defending as much as they could. But Japan, like what I said, they are super strong even in the midfield right now.
Yes.
And that's what makes the difference in this game. And this could be a chance for Japan. They're taking some time in here, but the pass was a little bit too much. And the ball goes out of play there to Cypher.
Yes.
And going for a corner, and this is going to be very crucial, Abdulaziz, because if the corner does connect, because we saw so many times a corner set piece is an avenue to add more goals. In swinger, flick it on, looking for a chance, and it is a goal! Don't take too long! And Japan strikes first with a solid header. As I was saying, a channel to score. They make it count, Abdulaziz.
What a goal. I mean, this is what the Jordanians team are good at, and they scored a beautiful goal just exactly like that in the group stage. But now the Japanese team knew this is a very important tool, and they just exactly did the same, and they scored from that corner. 1-0, totally deserved lead so far.
Absolutely. So 1-0 right now, Japan on the top. And let's see what Jordan has to say about this. Because like what Abdulaziz said, maybe Jordan might be starting late. But remember, the football is 90 minutes. So there's still a lot of time to improvise the game. There's lots of things to be done. And hopefully Jordan could find the missing pace in the attack right now.
As we see a long drive, again trying to force the secondary ball onto their own player. But that is not the master plan, as I would say. Japan is now controlling the ball, passing it, tiki-taka, try to find an opening, try to drag back. But however, that is what I talk about. The defense was being solid for Team Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan now just trying to get things on the line. Here is Al Rawatzdeh. Nice pass in there, but I think the Japanese players read that movement really well. But like what you said there, Abdulaziz, Japan are strong even in the defense and even in the midfield. So that gives them a really solid back line as well.
Exactly. You know, Japanese team are playing insanely well here. They are doing what they do best. Wow, that's a beautiful throw ball.
Offside.
But
It's
it
an
was
offside.
offside. So they keep the ball in a very good way and they create the chance the way they want. On the other side, we didn't see much of Jordan. They make a lot of passing mistakes in passing, and also the positioning is not like the best for them so far.
Absolutely. So now Jordan has another chance. We're down to 35 minutes on the clock now. And a nice pass going in the midfield, but just couldn't find the last man in there. But that was really some creative passes coming from Jordan. But can they do it again? Here they come. Just needs to find a little bit of a space and more of an opening in here. The shot wasn't connecting really well, that is Haifa.
Yeah, wasn't connecting well. Yes, he does want to go for a long shot, but he was shadow marked. But hold on, as we can see, Fuga tried to pull defenders away. Good dribbling. Pass one, pass two. However, could not go past three because there's a lot of white shirts going to his position. Now Jordan again
beautiful.
over the top, looking for option, but it was well punched away by the goalkeeper, Abdulaziz.
I see now Jordan are playing much better. They are trying to find that last touch before they score the goal. But here, I think for the first 45 minutes, Japan played really well. Even the last 5 minutes in game time, I would say that the Japanese team were like holding a little bit at the back. What do you think, man?
I 100% agree on that, man. Like looking at how Japan has been playing so far, they were super dominant throughout this first 45. But Jordan, they finally found something at the very end. I really hope that maybe in the next 45 we might see the actual Jordan team in my eye. Yeah.
Exactly, and that is what they're trying to actually force Japan to make an error, because the strategy that Jordan is using is not they making a strategy. They are forcing Japan to make a mistake with a long counter-attack. So as long as they can force Japan to do short errors, long passes, mistake and passing errors, they can counter like we see at the end of the 45 minutes, Abdulaziz.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And it's also, I mean, the Japanese team, after they scored the first goal, we feel that they are just taking things much easier now. They are trying to play, to pass, to move, and doing all the stuff. But are they going to go for the second goal?
Well, that's
Matthew?
going to be the biggest thing to watch right now. Here's Eo. He find a way. Fuga got the ball again, only to lose the ball towards Jordan now. Jordan has a couple of options. That's a nice pass. Basne going up forward now. Just needs to find the killer pass. But looking at how Japan has, positioned their players, it looks like kind of a mission impossible right now. And they need Tom Cruise on the line, but he is not available at this moment right now, Abdulaziz.
Oh, that's really nice of you, Matthew. But, I mean, the mistakes they keep doing, the Jordanians team, like they're just missing, a lot of mistakes in passing. And that's something we didn't see a lot from the Jordanians team. What do you think happened?
Well, what I just realized is that for the team Jordan, their center attacking midfielder is empty. So I am assuming they are using a 4-2-3-1, but the cam is not dropping, giving much support for the two double pivot. So that is going to be something which from my opinion, needs to change, because every time Jordan goes on the attack, the final three went missing, man.
Yeah, I think the pressure is right now building on, especially onto the Jordanian players now, because, that one goal lead right now is giving so much of stress, because they need to find the equalizer, and Japan are looking super strong, and they're looking well organized right now, Abdulaziz, and that's what scares me at this moment, because they look absolutely unplayable.
Exactly. I mean, that's what they do best, and that's what they have been doing since the start of this tournament. But on the other side, Jordan needs solutions. They need to change something here. Either the players, the tactics, the movement, the mistakes and passes, there are something that needs to be addressed and resolved as soon as possible.
I totally agree on that motion, because currently right now, every effort that Jordan trying to push or force an error by the Japanese team, they are disciplined.
Yeah.
They are not making mistakes. They are not leaving gaps. They are not making like silly passes. And that is the crucial plan for the success of Team Jordan, which is not coming to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Jordan needs to work on here. 66 minutes on the clock so far. And Al-Rawazde with a huge pass up in the front, trying to find Abasni, but now it's going to be AO from Japan. Oh, that's loss of possession here. Jordan has another chance to get everything in their way. We've got 20 minutes left in this match so far. Is that going to be a late equalizer coming from Jordan? Habasni again. Still Habasni has a chance, goes for the cross. That was going straight to the goalkeeper. He says thank you very much.
Yes, and also, I mean, he's not really a good player at the air. I mean, the other side, the other player. But still, I mean, for Jordan, I feel now they are trying to control the game, trying to play a lot in the midfield. And that's not really helpful so far.
That's not really helpful, and I just realized that the AI is also not running forward as much as possible. But hold on, ball roll! Oh, it hits the upright. How did that not go in? That should have went in. That should have been an equalizer. But man, it just had to be the upright.
It had to be the upright there. It had to be the 12th player to do the job now. But they still have a chance here. The hope is still alive. With less than 11 minutes to go. It's going to be a corner now for Jordan. Al-Rawazde in the box. And Al-Rawazde couldn't find the net. The ball goes out again. Probably for another corner, I believe.
No.
Oh, no, there's no corner. It's been a goal kick.
Wow, I mean, that individual solution from the Jordanian player shows the quality of these guys. It shows, let's say that, you know, the pure talent. But still, the post denied that.
I think the post is doing his wonderful defensive job right now.
The 12th player.
Yeah, the 12th player for Japan at this moment. But here's AO again. AO moving forward, maybe to add more problems here.
Yeah, he will be happy to keep the ball here.
Absolutely. Fuga. Still Fuga has lots of space in the middle. Tries to find AO in the box, but the defense looks really bit much more better right now with 2 minutes. And that is not how you pass when you got 2 minutes left on the clock right now. And Abdulaziz, it looks like the Sheikh is simping right now.
I think it's over so far. Yes,
it's going to be over?
Yes, I believe so.
And I believe that is about it. Decipher, Abdulaziz. Man, that was a very tight match. Just like what we talked about, just like what we actually predicted about. And Abdulaziz, you have a lot to talk about this because, you know, this one goal lead has given some sort of a boost for Japan right now, the confidence you were talking about. So, Jordan, what do they need to do right now?
Well, first, they need to do something about the passes. So many wrong passes they made in this game. And also for Japan, they scored the first goal. They controlled the game in a very good way. They kept the lead. They were passing around. They were trying to find solutions. But as I said, the first goal made a huge difference. What do you think happened?
Well, for me, honestly, like you mentioned, maintain your game plan without changing. But what happened, we see for Team Jordan, they try to make Japanese players force an error. But however, these two gentlemen, being very, very defensive, every time they want to clear the ball to initiate a long drive attack, I mean, the AI is not pushing as fast as they wanted. Because every time there's a long ball looking for that secondary ball, where's my striker?
Yes.
It's not even running in the forward position.
But I kind of recognize a couple of sloppy passes from Jordan, actually. I know maybe the pressure was actually playing a huge role in it. So I think that is something that they need to work on. Maybe the next match or something, they're going to be a little bit much more calmer. And because now they kind of know how the Japanese players play. So it's down to how they're going to come up with a plan. You cannot be sticking with plan A most of the time. I hope they find a plan B or plan C or maybe plan Z all the way. Because in this kind of a tournament, you really have to be prepared until plan A to plan Z.
Yes, it's okay if you have to change something at this moment. But you know that this thing may work with you. And it's not easy because you are facing one of the very best teams like Japan. They are really good in controlling the ball, in moving forward and creating chances. But also, Jordan were very close to score that goal if that post did not deny that.
Yes, agreed. And again, for Team Jordan, as we see after the second half, they adapted. They are no more going for that long ball. They tried to change with kind of a short passing build-up, but however, it was a little bit too late. And when it hits the upright, that was chance gone begging, and it's 1-0 going in favor of Team Japan. But we are not discounting anyone because both Japan have the ups and down moment, and for Jordan, they have their moment to score only denied by the second 12th player.
100%, because I think me and Abdulaziz have spoken about this for many times. Like 1-0 lead is never enough. It's never enough because anything could change at any moment, and that's why I'll never rely on 1-0 lead. And we have seen Abdulaziz, you know, we were almost at 90 minutes, and out of nowhere, the equalizer arrived at the very last second of it.
Yeah.
So those kind of things can happen. So to prevent that, I think you need a cushion here. You need to score a couple of goals to be in that cushion position. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what Japan needed to do. I know it is not easy to get that first goal, but still, if you want to go to
Match between Thailand and also Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan just needs to win. They got that one goal. Only for Thailand to equalize at the 93rd minute. That literally
Classic football, man.
destroyed the morale of Team Uzbekistan. And
Indeed.
what made Thailand advance into the knockout stages because Myanmar got a draw on the other game. So as you mentioned, last minute goal, last minute drama, it's not enough. One goal, I totally agree, is never ever enough.
yes.
So I think the first goal is just task one. The first task. Now you got a couple of tasks to finish right now. So I think that 1-0 goal is just not going to be enough, like what Abdulaziz and me have been talking about, even you as well, Decipher. So Japan needs to score the next goal. In order for them to feel like, okay, we got everything under control. Because at this moment, anything can happen.
Yeah, so here is the result for game number 1. Japan has a 1-goal advantage, but this is not the end. We still have another 90 minutes to play. And as a world champion, whenever you see 90 minutes, you're already thinking, how am I going to get that goal?
Exactly, because it's another game, totally different game. I mean, we can see that the players now know everything about their opponents, and now it's about the moment. If you can show and fix the problems you made in the first game, I think you will have more chances in order to win this game.
Exactly. I think we'll actually have been talking a lot about tactics. I want to talk more about mentality preparation.
What is next? How to play the game well. So it does mess up their strategy, man. So it's now or never how quickly you adapt, how fast you can identify, okay, this is the way to go, will ensure that you can continue far in this tournament.
Yep, that's how you're going to be preparing yourself for this match. And remember, this is the semi-finals that you're watching, so it's now or never there, Decipher.
It's now and never. And any single mistake must cut it out, because you know, Abdulaziz, and you know, Matt, that one simple mistake, even at the 93 minutes, can be deadly to your journey in this tournament.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, there is no room for mistakes now. It's only 90 minutes in game time. You have to show up, you have to score the first goal, you have to find solutions in order to take and help your team all the way to the finals. You know, this is actually the final game for most of these guys because the main goal is to qualify to the FIFAe World Cup finals. But still, if you manage to win the whole thing here, it would be amazing.
Yep, and the trophy is right there behind us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the trophy is
That's
right there
really
behind.
nice.
It's literally, yeah, behind it is somewhere around there.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the trophy. So that's
Beautiful one.
very beautiful, and that is the trophy that the two teams in the grand final want to win. So I believe I just got word, if the players are ready, the team are ready, we are always ready, and I hope you are ready for the second semi-final coming up very, very shortly. As we can see, Team Japan having a quick discussion, while Team Jordan also calm and steady. They can see that they know one goal is not that big. However, it did happen for Jordan when Malaysia was knocked out because of one goal. And I believe I got words, the players, the game are ready. So whoever is watching at FIFA.gg, come on down, type it down. Who do you think will be advancing into the grand final? Which team? Is it going to be Jordan? Is it going to be Japan? We will soon find out, where Jordan attacking from left and Japan attacking from right.
All right, so this is going to be a huge, huge match right now, especially for Jordan, because they need that equalizing goal. In this match so far, Basne running on the top. Basne just too. Easy for the goalkeeper this time. He wasn't getting tested enough today. Abdulaziz, only that woodwork was heating earlier just now.
Yes, of course. But still, I mean, did they fix the mistakes they made in the previous game? That's the question here for Jordan. And in Japan, you have got to be doing the same what you have been doing in the first game. And also, why not try to score again in order to end everything in your favor?
Yep, I agree on that one, but the marking is ever so present. Team Japan is everywhere, man. Marking the players of Jordan, not giving an inch of room to go forward. So now we see Team Jordan building a slow build-up, but however, that was not the master plan, as Team Japan advancing forward. Nice through ball, opening at the center. Could this be it? Goal! Number 2 is not going to be, because it was well parried by the goalkeeper, but not out of the woods yet. Hits another one. The keeper had to parry twice in quick succession.
Well, that's a couple of warnings coming left and right for Jordan right now, and Japan trying to just try again. Maybe the third one would absolutely work in here. They were putting so much pressure on the goalkeeper earlier with the double saves just now. And here comes Jordan. Could they change the entire storyline in this game so far? Basne.
Beautiful. Amazing.
And that's the goal that Jordan has been waiting for. The equalizer has arrived.
Football
In the game, maybe they're gonna go in the game, maybe they're gonna go for the goal number 2 now. But Fuga and Japan, Eo going on the top again, and Japan could hurt Jordan here, but only for the defender to read that momentum really well. Both sides are going on absolute gear 5 right now, Abdulaziz.
Yes, exactly. You know, every team is like, you know, they will do anything right now in order to score. And this is like really important moments, because that second goal probably will end everything for either team.
Yeah, I totally agree on that notion. We are back level pegging. It is just at the end of the first half. But if suddenly there is no extra time, if there's a goal here, it will change the complexity of the game. But guys, that was a solid game by especially Jordan because they got that one goal equalizer on aggregate, man.
I feel like this game is written for Jordan right now, Abdulaziz, because the first match was all about Japan. But right now, this is about Jordan. They are showing, they are taking Jordan. They are showing, they are taking control of so many things here. But they got another 45 minutes to work on.
Exactly. I mean, as we see on the screen, the Japanese team, they are trying to do something and change something. But also, on the other side, Jordan team played really well in the first half, even though they made only one mistake, and that resulted to the Japanese team where they had two easy, let's say, chances. They didn't take full advantage of that. But apart from that, the Jordan team were relaxed, were comfortable, and they managed to come back and they scored that beautiful goal. What do you think happened?
And possibly, maybe, this is just my humble opinion, Japan is switching for a man-to-man marking. Could that be the reason why the two defenders actually rush out to meet the ball, and in the meantime, oh, thank you very much, I have Hulit on the right rushing from midfield, just a normal chip and a goal, man.
Well, so many possibilities in here that is, I feel like, you know, at this moment, they are under pressure. And this kind of stuff do happen. The defensive mistake is what we saw from the pressure that was built in this match. But Jordan right now, I'm just waiting to see how they respond in the next 45. That's going to be the most important thing in this game. And remember, they are just maybe one or two goals away from going into the finals now. I mean, let's see what Japan has to say in the next 45 minutes. And maybe for a goal!
Whoa.
What a strike! What a strike by the Japanese team. Japan,
Wow.
from out of nowhere, Abdulaziz, that landed in the back of the net.
Right
And my, oh my, what a start to the second half.
Yes, I mean, right from the kickoff, the Japanese team, I mean, took full advantage from that, and they scored this beautiful goal. I mean, this is like really, really nice goal. But you mentioned that, Matt. You say one goal, never enough. And it's proving here.
Yeah, goal fiesta we're having right now, Decipher.
A goal fiesta, but to my eyes, it was a late switch of player which made the AI move delayed. That's the reason what happened. Team Jordan needs to communicate better if they want to switch players to avoid that kind of a late switching happen. And it's 2-1 on aggregate. But hold on, Jordan comes again, stop ball, passing it forward. And is that offside? Not offside. And still, that is a chance gone begging for Team Jordan.
Jordan now just trying to defend something out of this, especially Japan with the second goal strike in here. And here they come again with a lot of confidence. Jordan, who has what it takes as well in this game. The time just ticking away. Both sides are trying to win possession in here. Japan, right now, out of nowhere, it just showed us a whole different level of football in here. But let's see, Jordan taking it slowly, beautiful pass. They just need someone in the middle. Got a couple of options in here. That's nice through Hulit. Hulit could not find it through there.
Yeah.
And that is going to be no goal there, Abdulaziz.
Yes, I mean, Hulit was alone, you know. He will never do anything in front of these four players. He has like a wall in front of him. So why don't you go back a little bit and wait for the other players to come and help you?
Yeah, agreed. And also, as we can see, the difference in the AI running forward for Team Japan, as we can see, every time they're attacking, transitioning from midfield, we already see, look at that. Players are dashing forward. But compare that to Team Jordan, they had to do it manually, and that is a waste of time for me, man.
100%. And looking at how things have been going, Japan is still putting on so much of pressure onto Jordan now. Jordan looks a little bit sloppy in some passes, but now Japan, maybe for the goal number 3, but the pass was well read by the Jordanian defenders. But Japan are not resting anytime soon. They won the goal number 3. They want to be that they are 100% confirmed going into the finals now. AO in the box. But he could not find a way through. The defense were not moving. He was not even moving as well. And time right now, dashing as fast as possible. Anything can happen at any time right now, Abdulaziz.
Yes, it's all about one goal. I think it's offside.
It's offside, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. It's all about one goal here. Whoever scored this goal, I think, will end everything here. But Jordan team need to find something here because they are not creating enough chances. They did not do anything in the second half. And on the other hand, Japan team, after they change something with their tactics, I feel the whole team is at the back sometimes, and that makes it so much harder for the Jordanian team to create any chance here.
Yep, it's a bit difficult to break down. I'm not so sure what was playing on the wings for Team Jordan, but that strategy of trying to force an error on the opponent is not working. They are doing their own same mistakes by short passing. And again, it's all about communication. If you can conquer that, hopefully Jordan may have a chance to equalize, man.
Absolutely. I think anything is possible at this moment. I'm trying to really repeat again that cipher. So things are right now getting so much under pressure. And if you're watching this on our social platforms and stuff, you're watching FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC, and we are underway for the semi-final. Japan and also Jordan. So far, Japan are right now up in the front, and they might add another one from here. And what a save by the goalkeeper. He was going full stretch there, Abdulaziz.
You saw the mistakes there. I mean, wrong pass. Of course, that would lead to another dangerous attack. But still, it is not easy to defend against a team like Japan here.
Yep, not easy, especially a team which is expert in finding spaces, expert in close quarter dribble, expert in short passing. That is going to be something that the Jordanian needs to think about. But guys, we are talking about the game. 3 minutes left on the clock. It's now or never. Japan is just wasting time at the corner, while Jordanians right now needs to come up with a plan, needs to come to a strategy, trying to get it. Is it enough? Yes, that is a good steal. And again, trying to clear the ball out of danger could not work. Look at Team Japan. They're just holding the ball. There is no reason, with 2 minutes of extra time, looking for the final cross, going forward. This could be it. Oh, that was a mistake. A miscommunication by the two Jordanians. That was the clearest chance for them to go forward. And congratulations for the first finalists that will be advancing into the grand final for FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC, featuring eFootball Mobile. It's Team Japan. Congratulations.
What a match. What a match indeed we have in our hands today. Perfect showdown in here, Abdulaziz. I think, like what we say, it's going to be a super tight game. And looking at how things have been, Japan dominated. I know Jordan showed a little bit of a glimpse of what they could do, but that ended up like a film trailer instead of the actual whole film.
Oh,
so,
yes.
yeah, that's what we saw in this entire match so far. But yeah, hopefully Jordan could try again in the next tournament and stuff. But Japan, what a stunner. How did they do this? How did they pull this off? It's just beyond magic at this moment. I think, like what we said there, Abdulaziz, they are unplayable.
Well, yes, I mean, they played really well throughout the 2 games. They managed to win the first game. They also played really well in the second game, even though they were so close to lose that game. But still, it shows the mentality, the discipline, the tactics. I mean, this team is more than ready, not to qualify to the World Cup, but also to do something really big over there.
100%. They are well prepared right now. They have the mentality. They have everything in their hands. It's all down to how they progress in this entire qualification. But ladies and gentlemen, you're watching FIFAe Continental Championship 2026. And these are your finalists that will be going in for the next round. Will they be in the World Cup? We will have to wait and see.
Yep, practically they are, man. They are qualified, but the question, like you mentioned, who is going to lift that trophy?
Yes, that's what I want to talk about. It's about lifting the trophy.
Yes, the lifting of trophy, because right now, the Blue Samurai, or Samurai Blue, is now in the grand final for our tournament, which is FIFAe Continental Championship 2026. But the trophy is still there up for grabs. And here is some of the goal highlights, where that was a good first header. And that is goal number 2 for Japan, securing their lead into the game. So it's total of aggregate. Remember, it's total aggregate between 2 legs, guys, to win it.
Yes, of course, and that's what the Japanese team did. But this was really nice chance. But
He was really unlucky in this game.
Of course, but still, I mean, the mistakes they made in passing and I felt the Jordanian team were rushing things a little bit. And that made things much easier for Japan, even though, I mean, the Japanese team was so calm, so collected, and so smart to deal with the game. And that helped them a lot to win it all.
Oh, this
But
goal of
yes,
Abdulaziz, this was beautiful.
beautiful, yes, of course, it's a beautiful goal. I mean, this is what the Jordanian team are good at.
You know, the irony part here is like he was like, you know, pointing out to, you know, it's all about the mentality.
Yes.
But we saw what happened in the next 45, which was, this was safe. But the next goal, the second goal from Japan, I think that actually ended the mentality for Jordan in there.
Indeed, indeed. And of course, I mean, the Japanese team here showed that they are here not only to qualify to the World Cup, but also they can do some huge things over there.
For sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Japan will be going into the finale. As you can see on your screen, it is 2-1 on aggregate. Jordan, we are very sorry. Next, we got something in our hands as well, Decipher. This is
What a game.
surely the one to watch, to be honest.
What a game.
Yes, what a game. So the, not to say first seeded, but the best team,
Yeah.
which is India going up against Thailand. So it's going to be a very, very solid matchup indeed. So here is the bracket. This is what we are waiting for. So Japan advance into the grand final, aka they will be securing their spot into the FIFA World Cup 2026. But Jordan is not out yet.
Yeah,
They are
they've
now
fallen into the,
going into the lower bracket.
lower bracket.
So whoever loses between India and Thailand, they'll be fighting in this lower bracket. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a long road for Jordan now because they are fighting in the lower bracket. More matches, a bit tiring, and also a strain on the mental aspect.
All right.
What a game! I mean, what a game!
man, what a game. We're back.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
for me, after that 2 games, even though it was shouting us here and there, that was a solid 2 games, I would say, Matt.
Of course, we saw some top quality football actually from both sides. And yeah, I think Jordan were a little bit nervous, or maybe the pressure was cracking them and stuff. Like what Abdullah said, it's not easy. Especially when you're in a semi-final like this, it's not easy. I mean, if I were on the controller, I would love to go on the upper bracket. I do not want to fall in the lower bracket because I don't want to be playing more matches. But yeah, I think it happened right now, and Jordan is down in there. They're not going to be on the top, so it's a bye-bye from them. But they still have a chance. They still got one more chance, but the journey to the final, is going to be longer. Yeah.
I
Yes,
agree.
of course. It's not gonna be easy. Yes, you lost that 1 game away from the World Cup, but still, you still have another chance in the lower bracket. You can rest for now, see the mistakes you made, the wrong passes you made also, and the decisions also that you made. I mean, because tomorrow you have another chance, 1 game in the lower bracket, and then if you win, you will face New Zealand for that World Cup spot.
Yes, intercontinental match. So I believe that we will be taking a quick break. We're not going to be long because we are going to reset for the second semi-final. And don't go anywhere because it's going to be India going up against Thailand. It's going to be a smashing game indeed.
Yes.
It's going to be a smashing
What
game
a
indeed.
game.
So, but before that, I mean, before we go for a quick break afterwards, who's going to win next game? I know it's going to be the most cliche question ever. The world best going up against Thailand. I mean, on paper, they say Thailand's going to face problems, but we see Jordan beat Malaysia at the knockout stages.
I think this is going to be very difficult to answer. I think no one's going to answer
Nobody,
this. Yeah,
nobody.
It's going to be very difficult, but I think it's going to be a tight match. I would always love to say this, you know, may the best team wins.
Yeah.
So,
Trust me, Abdulaziz, that
Yeah.
statement was like from 2016. May the best
Smart.
team win.
Well, he's smart. I mean, Matthew is trying to escape from that.
yeah, I try to escape from the pressure, man.
But that's a really good answer because, yes, we wish that may the best team win here, but it will be really difficult for both of these teams because the stage is different. We are not in the group stage where you can lose a game. It's okay. You can draw a game. It's okay. Now it's the knockout stage, and you are 1 game away from winning and qualifying to the World Cup, and that is the main goal. So for these guys, it's really about pressure. I know both of these teams know what to press, and they know the mechanics of the game and all of that, but it's about the mental side
Yeah.
here. It's about being calm, doing what you do usually, and why not go all the way and qualify to the World Cup finals?
Yes, I agree on that notion. As we look again for Team Thailand, they did face trouble going up against Indonesia. I mean, India directly goes from group stages to semi-final, but for Team Thailand, there are some issues that maybe their coaches have already identified, because this is what I see. Because they want to play this kind of fast-pacing movement, but they need to beware of their surrounding, because there are times when they want to pass, build up fast, they just press pass without taking a step back, and that is where they keep on losing passing in the midfield area for Team Thailand, which I think they might need to improve to have a chance going up against the world's elite India.
Of course, and also not only that, because there is another point that I think we should focus on. I mean, Jordan and also Thailand played earlier today before the break, and they won their first game. And then they had, let's say, an hour or 2 hours of break. That would definitely change something in their minds. And not only that, but also the other team, they didn't play anything today. They were just relaxing, chilling. I know that they play at this time, and that maybe will change something. Anyway, I hope I am wrong at this point, but the next game will definitely show if the team who had one break will definitely be affected about that or not. We don't know yet, but we saw that Jordanians team, they didn't play so good as usual, but that shows the quality of the Japanese team. And now we have another amazing game, but let's see what will happen.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, we were discussing back then when we talk about less break, more game, or more rest and less break. So we had answers from other players, national players in Malaysia. So some players like to keep on going because it's momentum and
Yes.
their body is already like
Yes.
prepped for
Yeah.
it. But some other players, like we discussed previously, at least I get a few more rest. I mean, I can study the opponent. It's always a 50-50 chance. It's either more rest, more study, less rest, but constantly on the game and on that state of high alert, I would say, man.
You know, this is what I love to put an input on, especially when we were watching the World Cup a month ago. Even Thomas Tuchel was saying the hydration break was actually breaking the momentum of the game. So I think same goes to in here. Like if there's going to be rest and stuff like Mozart, it's good. It's definitely going to affect their momentum. Like they always want to be in the winning mentality. But if you're going to be having some lots of rest and stuff, it's definitely going to put your body like, okay, it's time to rest. It's not on competitive mode anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like for the whole teams here.
Yeah.
The situation is happening with every team here. So it's about how you deal with it as a team, as
100%.
a player, as a coach, as a management, how you are going to deal with these things, because it happens everywhere with every team. So let's see if the Thailand's team managed to do something with this one or not. I mean, we will see everything today.
100%. So virtual or reality, there's going to be so many things coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the FIFAe Continentals Championship 2026, and I'm joined by here with two of my amazing gentlemen. Guys, I think the match just now we saw a glimpse of how tight the semi-finals are, because the stake is really high at this moment, because you're just one bracket away from going into the final, or you have to drop into the highway, and it's going to be a long road for you to get into the finals again. Well, based on your experience, Abdulaziz, have you ever been in a lower bracket before, and how did you manage to pull it off if you were there?
Oh yes, I've been in the lower bracket many times, and it is so hard in many ways. One of the most important ways is that, there is a phrase in football and in general, it's like a logic. A win bring another win, and the lose bring another lose. So when you are in the lower bracket, you are in that lose situation. Mentally, you are like not so sure, and I came from, I do have another chance, but it's so hard to adapt to that situation so quickly. Sometimes it will take an hour, 2 hours, a day or 2 days, but the question here is the team in the lower bracket can adapt so quickly to the situation, and they know that even after they lost that game, they are still capable of doing good, winning the next rounds, and why not reaching the finals?
From the lower bracket.
From the lower
spot.
bracket, yeah.
I mean, we were at many tournaments, man. I mean, we've seen some teams actually win back from the lower bracket, and it's going to be tiring without a doubt. But hey, that is how Jordan have to face their road. That's what I feel is going to be tiring.
I agree with you, of course.
It's
not
about
easy.
who's going to be joining Jordan next right now, you know?
Yeah,
we kind of know that Jordan is already there. Now we're going to find out who is going to be joining them in that long road at the bottom, yeah.
So I'm still waiting. It's good. So yes, finally I just got word that we got to take a short break because everything is settled. The teams are getting to reset. Don't go anywhere because the commentary table is taking a quick drink, and when we are back, it's going to be India going up against Thailand. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Now that was a bit of a surprise. Suddenly they said
I like it. I like it. Yes, I like it.
So welcome back. This is your big man, Hafiz Abbesuddin, aka Decipher, with my two distinguished gentlemen, which is Matthew Isaac and also Abdul Aziz on the commentary table. And we are back for the second semi-final of the day, which is between India and also Thailand. Welcome back, guys.
I think it's going to be a big match right now. I just can't wait to see how these two teams will be rolling out. Because remember, Jordan is already at the lower bracket now. Who's going to be joining Jordan right now is going to be the biggest question. And we're going to be finding out that with this match.
Yes, indeed. So we were actually off camera talking about chances and what are the odds about the gameplay that will be shown. So India, as you know, are the top of the field. But Thailand, which going to be a little bit, not to say surprised, but worried me is that they do have sometimes difficulty to break down a solid defensive team. So they might need to be a little more open, a little more creative. Like you always said, creativity is always a key to getting goals.
Of course. I mean, the thing with India, I mean, throughout this tournament, we saw a very solid performance from them. Even though some games we didn't see the best out of them. But today is totally new day. It's not like any game in the group stage. Today is the knockout stage. They have like to score probably 1 or 2 goals maximum in order to win and to go through to the next round and qualify to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So it's not easy for these both teams, you know. But of course, they totally deserve to be here. Thailand, on the other side, they have really good players and they can beat any team. You know, the good thing about Thailand is that they are probably one of the very few teams, you know. They are able to beat like the very best teams in this tournament, but still they can lose to any team here, you know.
In a blink of an eye.
Exactly.
So I just got word that the players are ready. So if that is the case, from us, let's throw back to Muaz as the host at the main stage to welcome our second batch of semi-finalist team. Muaz, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody out there who's still watching us right here at the FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC featuring eFootball Mobile. I wanted to say thank you guys again for tuning in with us. But of course, I would like to say thank you again to our incredible casters and hosts, which is Decipher Matt, as well as Abdul Aziz for that incredible opening just now. But of course, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 more nations to go. They'll be battling it out right here inside the arena for our FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC featuring eFootball Mobile. And as you guys should know, in this semi-final, anything can happen as the pressure is definitely high. But anyway, of course, I think that all of you are super excited for this one because we're about to begin right here, right now with these 2 teams. We're going to invite our very first one right here, ladies and gentlemen. They've been at the top of the group standing, but of course, as of now, they're second, and Japan is at number 1. They call themselves the Blue Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Team India! There you go. Yeah, Mujin Cole and of course Daniel showing a heart-shaped love right there to the fans. All right, moving forward. Next nation right here. They call themselves the War Elephant. And here, ladies and gentlemen, I need you guys to please scream and shout as loud as you can. And let's give it up for the one and only Team Thailand. What a pose. I love it. All right, of course, while we're waiting for Team Thailand to join us right here on stage, I wanted to do something perhaps a little bit different than I did just now. Before we begin, before I'm asking Team Thailand as well as Team India to shake their hands, I wanted them to do something on behalf of their nation. I need you guys, the both of you guys, to give me the most craziest chant before we start our match. Can we do that? All right, we're gonna start with Team India first. Can we do that? All right, can we get the team, the coach as well? And of course, all right, here we go. When I say 3, 2, 1, let's begin, yeah? Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, perfect. That is from Team India. We're gonna go with Team Thailand right now for their chant before we begin. Here we go. In the count of 3, 2, 1. So, all right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's begin right here. This is the FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC featuring eFootball Mobile. And of course, let's begin with our handshake. Here we go. Team India versus Team Thailand. And with that, of course, I'm going to pass the mic right there to our incredible caster, Decipher, Matt, and Abdulaziz. Take it away, and let's begin for our semi-final.
So, second semi-final, the war cry has been let loose. Now it's all the pride of the nation. Welcome back to the commentary table. This is Hafiz Abed, Decipher. On my right is Abdulaziz, and on my left is my brother Matthew Isaac. We'll be entertaining you for this edition tournament of FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC. So, between these two teams, we already discussed it in details from top to bottom. But let's look about discussing what it means to carry their flag into FIFAe World Cup. I mean, it's an enormous pride. I mean, you went commentary for World Cup. You have represented the country to become the world champion. How does it feel to see your flag at an international tournament, Abdulaziz?
Wow, I mean, of course, it's like one of the best feelings that any player can have, because you do not represent yourself. You represent a nation behind you, and this is something makes it very special for you, because you know there are many people who would love to see you and to be at this moment and to represent your country in the best possible way. So that is the feeling of being and representing your nation, and I believe it's the same for you, Matt.
Of course, but I'm not a football player or maybe a pro player like you, Abdulaziz, but I carried my voice. My voice was the biggest weapon, and I had to carry with my nation as well behind me. And it's an absolute amazing feeling, like what you say. You know, it's an unbelievable feeling, to be honest. Especially when you're putting your nation on the map among nations or maybe other things that may, like, you know, they've never heard about you before, you know,
No.
like, especially Malaysia, because I have friends like they always ask, oh, Malaysia, where's Malaysia? Hey, Malaysia's always been on the map, mate. Like,
Definitely.
yes, it's always been there. So it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible feeling, to be honest. And I think, like what you said, Abdulaziz, there's no better feeling than carrying your nation to the top of the stage.
Not at all, and I think it's the same for you, Hafid.
Yeah, it is the same. I mean, as a commentator itself, bringing the pride of the nation, because me and Matt also have done it before on the international scene. But it's always giving the best, not just for ourselves, but for the country and for the flag. As you can see, fighting for the flag right now, it's India going up against Thailand. The winner will for sure go into the grand final, where Team Japan is waiting with eager anticipation. Whoever loses will drop down, going up against Jordan. The winner of that match will be advancing directly into FIFAe World Cup 2026. But the loser, here's the catch, they will advance into another stage, going up against Team New Zealand in the Intercontinental match. And the winner is the final team to advance, representing their country in FIFAe World Cup 2026, man.
100%, and that's where, you know, this, like I said, everything is on the line right now. It's down to India and also Thailand to make it happen or not. But based on how they actually walked into the arena, I feel Thailand had a little bit more aura on them. But India, I would never take anything away from them because they have been so incredible. The form, performance, and everything it just shows on the paper. They might be looking like you know, very jolly-looking, two amazing players. But trust me, once they are on the pitch or maybe on the virtual pitch, trust me, they are totally a whole different character.
Definitely, yes.
I mean, behind the in front of cameras, you smile, everything is fine and dandy. But when it's game time,
Yeah.
you ain't no friend. I want to beat you. I bet that's the same thing that happened to you. Okay, before that, you shake hands. Hi, Kaifa, everybody's happy.
You know, fun fact, you know, when I've watched Abdulaziz's matches before, because you can even actually go and YouTube and stuff and watch his old matches. He doesn't smile a lot. Yeah, he doesn't smile a lot. You know, he keeps a very serious face, like you don't even know what he's actually thinking about. But he's only smiling with us, guys. Like, really. He's only smiling and having a good time with us. But once you give him the controller, it's game time for him, trust me. And it's a whole different switch of characters.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just hope that I do not have to play him friendly. That will be a different day in the office. I mean, trust me. I mean, especially like other sports, when it's game time, helmets down for racing or whatever, controller time, it's you and the world in front of you. Nothing else matters, right, Abdulaziz?
Of course, it's work time. It's the moment that define, you know, everything, because I hate losing. And I believe it's the same story with every player here, you know. They don't want to lose. And it's exactly, that's why they are here, because they want to win. They want to represent their country in the best possible way. And why not, especially at this moment, you know, it's just one game. One game, and then you will be
Just
there.
one game, guys, yeah. I think, you know, when he was telling he doesn't like to lose, I think now I know why you have a picture with Ronaldo, which I'm really jealous of until now. Yeah, hopefully one day I'll, maybe
You will.
Yeah, one day.
And
one
I'm
day.
the only one who missed out. He got a picture, you got to see me front, and I'm just using him behind a controller.
I mean, everyone's time will arrive,
Yeah.
Cypher, so,
So,
your
yes.
time, yeah.
And in the moment, I believe that let's go to the player camp because the players are ready.
Okay.
And once everything is settled, let's see the emotion complexity of our players. Let's go. Let's see how's their facial complexity. Cool as a cucumber. Actually, Team Thailand was actually behind us just now. They were chilling and they were like, okay, we got this. Whatever happened, it's a team. We win as a team, we lose as a team. I mean, that's a good spirit by the Thailand international player, man.
100%, man. I mean, like, you know, they have the experience as well. They're coming into the semi-finals. It's a whole different, you know, it's all different atmospheres for them. They're not in the group stage anymore. It's all about getting knocked out and going and taking the freeway once you're at the bottom. So they do not want to be there. Like what Abdulaziz says, no pro players would actually want to drop down to the lower bracket unless they got no anything. They did everything they could and there's nothing much left. So that's the only option. So both of these two teams, they do not want to drop down, but either one of them has to drop down right now. So we're going to be witnessing that in shortly.
As the two teams currently making sure, I mean, the tournament marshals are making sure that everything is in order. That is important because you do not want to play a game which is not up to spec, which is not according to rules and regulation. Because during the briefing that I attended on the first day, if you are using a team players without, I mean, if you already like draft a player but using a player which is not in your draft, that is also disqualification.
Oh, wow.
They are very strict on this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I mean, this is the manager task, I would say. He needs to make sure every player is the player that should play this game because this is something you cannot play with, you cannot miss, otherwise you will be disqualified.
Yeah.
And this is something not any team would like to see. But I believe all these players, all these teams and nations know that this is something really important to analyze and to address. But at the end of the day, it's also about the players they choose, because you should trust what you choose.
Yep.
And I know sometimes it's not easy because most of the players want like tall players like Jan Kolar, like Ruud Gullit, like all these players. But sometimes you have to change the names.
Yeah, true. Agreed. And also, if I'm not mistaken, among the favorite pick of defenders, we have Patrick Vieira being played
I think I
as
saw Virgil van Dijk as well
yeah,
earlier.
Virgil van Dijk being partnered with Patrick Vieira. Imagine that. Patrick Vieira in defense.
I think that's the beauty of this game, to be honest. You know, you're able to put those legends and current active players together.
Yep.
And that's what makes it much more better. You know, I have
Beautiful.
seen comparisons on the online, actually. You know, there were some people were saying Saka is better than Messi and all this kind of craps, you know. But maybe in here it works, but not in the actual football. But
No.
over here, this is where the magic happens. Like for me, I grew up watching some of the old players like Ronaldinho,
Wow.
Zinedine Zidane. So in this current era of football, it looks much more different from that era. So it's really nice to bring two different players from different eras put together on the virtual pitch and let them perform. It's magic, you know. We might not see this in real life, but in the virtual pitch, this is the best way to watch it.
Well, and this is the best thing you can see actually, and relive again, because when you see players like Zidane, like Cruyff,
Yeah.
like Vieira, like Gullit, you know, and also some mix of players like Saka, for example, Jude Bellingham. I mean, the game looks really nice. Looks beautiful. We hope that we can also see something like this in reality, but sadly, it's not gonna happen. So let's just enjoy it.
But with
for
the power of AI, anything is possible at this moment, my man.
But it is fun because for
Yeah.
me, we want to play with the players that we admire. For example, like you said, Ronaldinho and everything. I mean, my time we were talking about Dwight York, Gabriel Batistuta, those
Yeah.
old
Wow,
generation.
what a player.
Yeah, and also for me, I think Matt also knows that put any strikers in front of me, I'll still choose Miroslav Klose.
What a player.
Yeah,
Yes.
What a player he was, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I think,
Humble.
yeah, very much. I think in that era of football, he was playing against much more tougher defenders. I know that Messi right now, he broke the record that he was holding on to. But trust me, defenders today and comparing to defenders back there were totally two different
Yes.
types.
You try to compare Virgil van Dijk to Paolo Maldini. That is not equal for me. Maldini, Jeb Stamp, those are really hard men.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we are talking about players like Alessandro Nesta, Fabio Cannavaro,
Yeah.
you know, those legends, those icons. They will forever be like the very best, you know, that's what they did. But, you know, we are here right now. We are at the FIFAe. It's just like the last semi-final game of the day. We have two of the very best nations, Thailand against India. You know, it's really tough game, mentally and also tactically, because these two teams, they definitely know what to do in the game, but how they are going to do it right now against this, let's say, very good team like Thailand.
Exactly.
How to execute is going to be a different story. How to adapt when the opponent adapt is another story, man.
Yes.
100%. Like, you know, both of these two teams, they got the quality and stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC. And right now, we are here for the semi-finals between India and also Thailand. It's going to be two amazing teams going head-to-head in here. And it's going to be a blockbuster of a match. We are just going to be going into the match very shortly once we are done with all the setup from both sides. And man, the pressure is slowly building up. But yes, of course, you may see in some of the players' faces and stuff. But there you go. Talking about game time, we are going to be going in right now very soon. But just before we dive in, as you can see on your screen, India versus Thailand semi-finals. And of course, this is the knockout stage.
Best of two, total aggregate after two games. If it is still draw, it doesn't matter. 10-10, 5-5, we will go into the third deciding match with a golden goal. If during 90 minutes there is no goal, we go to extra time. If extra time there is no goal, we go into penalty to decide who will be advancing into the next round.
It's not gonna be easy, you know. Both of these teams, they know the importance of this game. They know the importance of this last round, because it's all about winning the first game and taking the lead in the first goal. That's so important, and it's very crucial because it will make it so much easier for you. And that's for sure what each team want to do here.
Absolutely. So I think we are going to be going into the match right now. It's going to be India versus Thailand. India will be attacking from left to right in a red kit. Meanwhile, Thailand will be in their usual blue, attacking from right to left. So on the ball now, it is going to be Thailand with a switch of sides in here. And Tona Roy with the pass, but the pass was not finding anybody in there. And now India is on the attack there, Decipher.
Yes, as we can see, slowly but surely try to exploit the half space between centre-back and full-back, but the ball rolled back to the goalkeeper. As we can see, it is still early. Both teams is trying to predict, trying to measure up the readiness of the opponent's defense, because if they can get and sniff out a mistake in the early stages, that's going to be a goal in hand. Just like that, the ball goes out, Abdulaziz.
What's happening here? I think there is something wrong with the controller, probably with the settings. But anyway, it happens. So we see that the Indian team trying to take the advantage of creating and finding the first goal. But
We kind of saw the glimpse earlier, you know, you were just trying to push players forward. It wasn't happening maybe for the technical errors that we are watching right now. We got the marshals and stuff who are now getting things fixed out. But ladies and gentlemen, trust me, this is going to be a big, big match, because you are watching the semi-finals right now, India and also Thailand. Well, both teams got the quality in it there, Abdulaziz.
yes, I mean, it's really hard game. This is like the most close game between all the teams, because, you know, India, you know, they have really good player, Daniel, who played in the last World Cup in Saudi Arabia. And also, Thailand, on the other side, they have a champion on eFootball Mobile last year. So it's like a team where both of the nations, you know, tasted the feeling to be at the FIFAe World Cup finals.
All right, so it seems like it's game on right now, Decipher. Both of these teams are now on their hands right now with what's the phone? I always love to say controller, but they got the phone right now in their hands. So they're pretty much very used to saying console, you know, and even controllers and stuff, but now they're just holding on to phones. So you can see how technology has, you know, has evolved, Abdulaziz. Back then we need a console to play, but now we just need a mobile phone.
Yes, and that's why, I mean, eFootball Mobile is like one of the most popular games here in Asia, and of course in the whole world at the moment.
So as we can see, Team India try to search forward, and hopefully whatever technical issues has already been done and dusted, as they're trying to play from the back, try to pull defenders away. I am not sure that is the master plan. Try to go over the top there. They need to be careful, because if you do a single mistake, it will be punished. As we see a long drive going forward, looking for the secondary ball, but it's still, the transition in midfield is very, very crucial, because if you can't control the midfield, you cannot transition from defense to attack. Just like this, try to fake a shot, and it all went away, Abdulaziz.
Yes, we see so many long balls to the player Jan Kuller, because he's like a very tall player. I think the Thailand team will do it probably right now, because they know he's like the solution they have up front. But it's not only about playing the long balls. You need to find gaps, and you need to break down the defense.
Mishikul now. Mishikul with the pass. Dalil in the box there, could not find the net. But now Thailand is rolling for the attack. We saw a couple of pressure coming on earlier of this match. Beautiful pass. Find the man on the other side, but the defender read that really well. Kalanisoi.
Yeah, I think the players, like, I mean, look how many mistakes in the passing here. It's like, you know, they are not so happy about something. Yes.
Oh, that's a clearance there, Decipher.
Yeah, it's
acrobatic clearance we're watching in here, but maybe not goals. Straight to the goalkeeper, man.
No, it feels like there is, for me, the team is trying to predict the opponent's move. They are not playing their own game. They're like, okay, let's see what they're going to do. If I have the ball on the far right, how many players are going to cover it? So it's going to be a very, very slow but steady game, but could be a change for Team India. Oh, good dribble, looking for option, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Smooth like hot knife through butter. cool as a cucumber.
What a goal.
And what an easy tap in. And what happened to all of the Thailand defenders, I have no idea, man.
Absolutely, I think there was a defensive error in there, especially they were sleeping in here. Look at the pass, just dribbled pass in the box. And there was a couple of plays. I mean, the goalkeeper did everything he could, but the defender's positioning were to question in here. And, oh, finally I saw Cristiano. Hello.
Yes, we see the croqueta from Cristiano here. And also the individual work from Daniel over the wing that gives the player like a lot of space. And then he cross it. I mean, it's really a very good work from India. And they took the lead, 1-0. I think totally deserved lead here.
100%. So it is 1-0, but the time is right now not in their hands. 45 minutes of action has come to an end. And it is 1-0 right now for India. So Thailand needs to work on something right now, Abdulaziz. What do you think they need to do?
Well, India, they started the game very slow. You know, they had some errors also. But they managed to come back, to take things very easily, in a calm way. And on the other hand, we saw Thailand. They make a lot of mistakes. They were rushing things off. And that's exactly the same problem we saw from Jordan in the previous game.
Yeah.
And interestingly, when we talk about mistakes, I just realized that during that so-called parry, the two players was actually going close. So it was the AI who was controlling the far post defender. So that is why the defender was out of position and Julian Alvarez was literally unmarked for the tap-in. So again, communication, man.
Absolutely. So now we are underway for the second half of the semi-final match between India and also Thailand. Right now, we are watching Thailand on attack and turn out. The pass towards the top, just could not find his teammate there, Musical from India. And Daniel are now taking control. Time, I mean, there's lots of time right now, Abdulaziz, to fix the error.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we saw at the beginning of this half, the Indian team, they were using the blue bars because they wanted the kickoff is like very good tool to use. And that's why they are changing some things in defending and attacking. This is something really good. Now they have a chance, Thailand, to throw this corner kick.
Another channel, another avenue to create chances. Now, could this be it? To get one goal as the two players are discussing what strategy, how to take it. So there's a lot of time left. And if you're watching, don't forget to chat down. Who is going to advance into the grand final? Is it going to be India or is it going to be Team Thailand? And where their nicknames, the War Elephants for Team Thailand and the Blue Tigers. But again, mistakes happen and it was very costly match because of that player which was controlled by AI.
Yeah, I think this is what makes you a professional player, Decipher. If you're able to control this kind of stuff, you need to, you know, take away in this. That's why you are now called a professional player, because these are the things and the challenges that you need to face. So now, seems like Interna got the ball back. Thailand holding possession right now. India still just trying to defend the lead, trying to find a way through there. Cantona not receiving the pass in the end. With 62 minutes that has elapsed, this could be a chance for India. Beautiful pass on the left. Musical making the run. Still Musical onto Daniel. Daniel needs to find Musical in the box, but the defender got in there. But the attack has not ended yet.
Beautiful.
Nice pass. Musical! The ball bought the boarding pass, but it did not make it to the destination.
Wow, that was very close. And you know the good thing about the Indians team, you know, the chemistry between the players is like up there. We saw the camera when it was on them. They were talking, they were discussing, they were trying to find solutions. And on the other hand, we didn't see much of Thailand.
Yep, the communication was not that evident, but again, it's all about trying to get the ball and the player in the most dangerous of places. So let's see, we are now with 20 minutes left on the clock. Is it just going to be 1-0 in this first game? Thailand is now trying to play catch up, which is not a good sign because you do not want to be the one chasing. You want to be the team that is leading. Good tag team. Now India try to kill the game. passing it left. Try to do a vertical heel to heel, but that is not the master plan, man.
Yeah, Thailand now might have a chance from here. That's a beautiful pass onto the left. And he's still got options, but only for the defender to step in there. And the clearance coming from Team India. They know they are in the lead right now. They got nothing much to lose at this point. Just defend the lead that they have. In the meantime, we see Thailand are just trying to figure it out how to break the defense, because they are looking absolutely solid in here, Abdulaziz.
Yes.
No way through so far.
They are leaving no gaps to Thailand to tackle and to do anything with it. And that's the good thing about India. They know that if they can just keep the lead here, it's only 5 minutes in game time, and they will win the most important game at this stage right now.
Yeah, 4 minutes left. It's a nice pass into the box. We're coming closer towards the end of the match, and it's going to be an offside from here. You can see both teams right now, they are just trying to make things work, especially for India, who's right now needs to defend all they can, because 2 minutes only, Decipher, just 2 minutes, and they will have this 1-goal lead going into the next game.
Yes, indeed, and I must give credit for Team India. The defensive line playing a very compact, narrow, and they are moving to the left or to the right as a single unit. And that is being very, very frustrating for Team Thailand, who hope to exploit the half space with running in between fullbacks and centre back. Look at that. That is beautiful read of the game. Having said of the above, Thailand is currently trailing 0-1, and India having the upper hand going into game number 2, ladies and gents.
Well, that's what I said, if you're seeing India players coming into the walk-in there with so much of smiles and relax, trust me, they are a weapon, an absolute weapon on the virtual pitch right now. So it is 1-0, as you can see on your screen. And trust me, this is going to be game number 2 coming in with lots of pressure, especially for Team Thailand. But what are your thoughts so far, gentlemen? Because at this moment, Thailand needs to do something, and they got another 90 minutes of virtual action in here.
Oh yes, I mean, we saw that India started the game very slow, but then they were really good at creating chances. They managed to score the first goal, and they actually controlled the game in a very good way, and that helped them to win the first round. On the other hand, we didn't see much from Thailand, not at all. Actually, they made a lot of mistakes. They were rushing things off, and throughout the 90th minute, you can correct me about this, I didn't see a single shot from Thailand.
No, that's the thing that I told
I
before
think
the
you're
game.
absolutely true in that, yeah.
That's the thing that I told before the game, that Thailand is finding it difficult to actually break an opponent which is disciplined. I mean, when they were going up against Indonesia, yes, it wasn't an easy game. They won by 3-2 on aggregate. But in that early stage of the game, when Indonesia was literally solid, they just couldn't find the space. So this is going to be very, very hard situation when they are going up against India, which is also disciplined in the back four. That's my opinion.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes, and also India, they are really good at defending.
Yeah.
And they know when to defend and how to defend. We saw that at the beginning of the second half. They had to go with almost the whole team in defense, because they know it's very important to defend the kickoff, and they managed to work on that really well, and they avoided that very easily.
Yeah. They've been doing everything that they can, especially to defend the lead. But now, Abdulaziz, that 1-goal lead, we are having a second conversation just like in the first match, Of course, it's not enough, but we have seen sometimes magic happens,
Yes.
We have seen magic happen, especially some teams, once they go into the next game, they extend the lead. They extend 2 to 3 goals and completely shut down the game within 45 minutes.
Of course, I mean, it shows a lot of courage, it shows a lot of confidence, because it's not easy to score the first goal. And to go and to score the second goal, it shows, a lot of personality, of character. And I believe, each team here, they have it. But probably India, I mean, I would totally agree with you. I mean, it's 1 goal is like not enough to win games here. But with India, I think they can win the whole thing with just 1 goal.
It's
here.
just gone because of how good the defensive structure is, Decipher.
Yeah, the defensive structure, if it's very, very solid, Thailand will find it difficult break through. Because just now when we see, as you mentioned, the second half, they didn't even get a shot on target. Why? Because of the fact that the defensive line was so solid and the back four is moving narrow like a wall. So every time when Thailand wants to do a cross, or should I say attacking that half space between fullback and centre back, they just literally move like a train. And then every time when they want to cross, their pivot player literally drop down and making that defense from 4 to 5. So it's going to be a hard day in the office, my opinion, for Team Thailand to break that defensive line. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah, it's not easy. But you know, now the first game ended. The teams and the players know everything. They know how each other play. So the smart move here is to address the problems so quickly and to try and find the solutions for the mistakes we did in the previous game. And this is the task for the manager and of course for the two players as well.
100%.
And just to interrupt, where are the weakness for Team India during the first game?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
You know,
I
they were
didn't see
really
that
good.
at all, actually. You know, they were good at the passes. They were good at the blocks as well. The defense was super solid. And even they were creating more chances, to be
Yes.
honest. You know, Thailand was like absolutely sleeping in the first, in the entire first game. But now they need to step up. They need to find a, like what Abdulaziz says, this is going to be a big task for the manager compared to the players. The players are doing their job, but the manager oversees everything that's happening. So maybe he might find the missing puzzle in here. So let's see how it works in there, Abdulaziz.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Because that thing is keep on playing in my head where we talk about what needs to be done if we flip the script. So where's the weakness for Team India? I mean, throughout the 90 minutes, even though they were playing like it was a chill, like this is like a cool game, but literally every pass was perfect, every movement was calculated, and every interception was like spot on.
Yeah, it's not easy. And also the chemistry between the players. You know, if we just take a look here, we see that the manager of the Thailand team is talking to his players, and this is probably like one of the very few times we see the Thailand players talk. And on the other hand, we see that non-talking and discussion things with the Indian team.
Yeah, you know
So
what?
it shows the chemistry here.
Yeah, it shows the chemistry. You know what? Let's go send the cameras in. Let's go see how's going on with the player. Shall we go now?
Yes.
Absolutely, we love it. Let's go. Look at that. It's a fun time in the office for Team India right now, you know? Because they got the lead there, you know? They now, like what you say, they have the personality, they got the character.
Look here, they
But-
barely talk to each other.
But Team Thailand, they got some belief in here, Abdulaziz, you know? They got something in them that we're yet to see yet. Maybe in the next game, we're able to unleash that and maybe surprise India. But it's all down to these two teams. Let's see and let's hope and I would love to say this again, may the best team wins. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC. As you can see on your screen, India versus Thailand. We are diving straight into game number 2, where India right now has a 1-goal lead. Meanwhile, Thailand has a job to do.
Over the top, playing it on the far left flank, tried to cross it in, but this time the pass was overcooked. So now giving way. Now Thailand, it seems like they want to get a quick goal. They want to push the motion, and we see their fullback, or should I say wingback with wingers, they are playing it a little bit wide, try to stretch the defense of Team India, who's been very, very solid! That's what I'm talking about! Bro!
In the box of India's team, it shows that they had, or they did actually change some things here, and it worked so far, Matt.
It's one of the most positive starts of the game so far. Thailand with that strike. It is 1-1 on the aggregate right now. Let's see what India has to respond to this. Right now, Mushikul and Daniel needs to find a solution. Oh, they almost got into trouble there. Especially maybe miscommunication in there. But now, Thailand has some sort of hope. India on the other side might pull a rabbit out of a hat in here. Daniel, nicely done, but the pass was cut off. And Thailand are looking much more well arranged right now, Abdulaziz.
Yes, I mean, the players of Thailand, they actually did address the issue they had before. They did not have many players in the box. And now I see them, they are creating more chances and they are trying to score the second goal here.
Exactly, Musical making the run. Daniel in it. Daniel could score, but Daniel too late in there.
Yeah.
So much of space. I believe that should be a big, big chance. But he got the ball back now. Let's see what he could do from the midfield. Getting pressured. Thailand. And now just going forward. But they're taking their time in here, Decipher.
Yes, agreed. And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, being cool is nice, but taking the extra step, extra pass could be detrimental. Now that is a good long ball. The defensive line looks like it's broken. Look at how the defenders now a little bit scrambling. Everybody has went down to defend. Now Team India try to slow the game down. Try to ensure that all of his players are already moving forward. And I believe that looks like a 4-striker movement up front. Pass one, pass two! But however, it was overcooked in that pass. A little bit of wasted chance. But again, we still have time to play the games.
What a surprise start so far, man, especially for Team Thailand now. And with this throw in, see what they could do at this moment. Team India needs to do something about it. This time is ticking away. We are coming closer towards the stoppage time in here. Musical, one for Danielle, and it's Danielle!
Nice.
And what a save, what a stretching save by the goalkeeper, Abdulaziz.
Yes.
Right now, something is cooking, but I do not know what it is. It's not the
Exactly.
rock, I'm sure.
Exactly. You know, the good thing about India is now they are trying to find themselves in this game. They had really good chance here. Very nice individual work, but it was not enough. But now they have a chance, and we know how good the corners are in this game.
But on, as we can see, Team Thailand try to address the situation. Oh, but that was a missliding tackle. Quick counter-attack, looking for a through ball,
Nice.
going forward. A
Wow.
chance over the top for India! What a goal! What a bicycle kick of ages! Absolutely the best goal of the tournament, possibly.
Yes, and in the best possible time as well.
In the best possible time. Again, forcing the error, forcing opponent to the mistake. And you see that how dangerous when you give space over the top. Look from here, there is an opening. See, the red cursor
Whoa.
suddenly went forward the defense. That was the big mistake, and it was capitalized beautifully. Nice lofted pass, a chip, and it's a golazo.
What a goal. Beautiful goal, beautiful movement, and an amazing finish. I mean, this is the goal of the tournament so far, and I believe that it should be enough to take India to the finals here.
Oh, I'm not going to lie there. I think I kind of saw that coming, especially India were putting so much pressure onto Thailand. This could be the last attack for Thailand to turn things around. Meanwhile, India just doing their best, and that's about it. 2-1 on the aggregate. Team India showing some sort of a miracle in the second set of the match. Abdulaziz, we have a lot to talk about in this game,
Oh, yes.
especially that strike from Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, that was beautiful. But let's go back a little bit. At the beginning of this half, we saw Thailand trying to attack with almost everyone, and they managed to score the first goal with the very nice cross. And then later on, the good thing they did, India here, is that they didn't panic. They didn't make many mistakes. They were calm, they were collected, they were smart to deal with the situation. And that's how they managed to score that beautiful goal where we can see chemistry, we can see connection, we can see almost everything between these two players. And they managed to score the goal of the tournament so far.
100%. It just reminds me of Ancelotti's Real Madrid, you know?
Oh,
when people
wow.
ask, like, you know, what's your tactics? Oh, we just play as a family. Be happy. Yeah, like he never disclosed any of his tactics, but that's the aura that we're feeling in here, especially with Team India right now. Decipher, I'm sure you got lots of things to say, but what does Thailand need to do? But before that, we're going to be talking more about that later on as we are underway for the second half
Yes.
of this game number 2 between India and also Thailand. This is the semi-finals you're watching. FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC. And now Thailand trying to surprise India in the first attack. And that was a really good defense we are seeing right now, Abdulaziz.
Yes, you know, I didn't see a lot of things from Thailand because I believe they have only like one tactic, which is trying to cross to young Kolar. If that is a block, that's it. They do not have any other options so far.
And because of that, what India did, they blocked the wing. So that is why Thailand is kind of lost attacking from that outside lane. So
Yes.
when they were being forced to play central, the plan just did not work, man.
Now,
Yeah, it just did not work there. So that's why I say they need to find a different solution at this moment. And I do not know what is going to be the solution as we have some time in this match so far. Meanwhile, Thailand trying to dominate possession in here. Cantona constantly losing the ball. Musical and also Danielle has found the very best of chemistries right now as they are making some incredible passes from the edges and makes the cross in. Danielle could not get that. But we saw a couple of chances like that, and that led into a goal earlier now, Abdulaziz.
yes, I mean, the problem here with Thailand is that they only have like one way, which is this way, crossing to young Kolar. Yes, it worked in the first goal, but I don't think it will work again because the Indian team already addressed the issue here. Because, you know, if you keep just crossing to young Kolar, I will just go back, cover him, and that's it.
Yeah, true. That's the problem right now. So India is forcing Thailand to play central where it is packed with all of the red shirts. So as you can see, well, referee has other ideas with that yellow card. But the question is right now, can Thailand continue to play those short passes? Can Thailand try to change up their passing strategy? But look at his free kick. Maybe a change of formation, maybe a change of strategy, maybe a change of players. But again, that is my observation because the first goal was a cross and then it was addressed by blocking the wings, and now Thailand having a lot of difficulties to bring the ball into the box.
Yes, and you have now a free kick. And who is better than Roberto Carlos to take that one? What do you think, man?
Is there Roberto Carlos in the game for now?
That
That's going
was
to be the
Beckham.
yeah, that's going to be the biggest question. But whoever takes it needs to put the ball in the back of the net because that is surely the goal. You're not here to participate. You're here to score goals right now. So both teams are now getting everything sorted out in terms of tactics. They got a set piece. One has a set piece to defend. Another one has a set piece to score.
Really important tool to use.
Yeah.
And they have young Kolar up here.
Exactly. So they got all the players. They have
From here.
Yes. But that was a chance wasted. But I'm sure, where are we now? That is another 20 minutes. 20 minutes left on the clock. This is it. If Thailand wants to do something special, they must attack now. They must send everybody forward. Like I always say, fix bayonets and charge forward. Do not care about any other thing. Try to steal the ball, could not work. As you see, Thailand is switching their attack from the wings, which is not working, and try to play it a little bit more central in my overview, Matt.
yeah, well, down to 14 minutes on the clock right now so far, Decipher. And now, seems like Thailand are on a rush. The pressure is surely piling up in here. You can see with all those long passes. No, the ball actually went out. So, yeah.
Offside.
Yeah, it's offside.
Yes, an offside. So Thailand needs to do something about it, or else it's a long highway for them in the loser bracket.
Yep, 12 minutes, Abdulaziz. 12 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, nothing much left here because Thailand know that it's only about one goal. And if they manage to get it, it should be right now in this chance.
Absolutely, this could be the biggest chance for them. As time is ticking away, Meanwhile, India trying to control and get on to possession, but Thailand, they need something and they need it now. But there is
Nice.
incredible defensive display shown by Team India. It's looking absolutely perfect so far. With 5 more minutes to go, India right now defending, but at the same time they're also attacking. But here they come again. Thailand, is this the moment? It's not the moment so far, says India. Man, I think it is going to be game over if this is how it is, Cypher.
Yes, it is. With 3 minutes of extra time, it seems like it's free for all. Everybody's heading the ball, trying to get the ball out of danger. Where Team Thailand right now is so desperate,
You
but
can't
Team
make
India
mistakes.
loses the ball at the most bizarre places. And there
over.
you go, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations! With a 2-1 aggregate, Team India will be advancing for FIFAe World Cup 2026. What a match indeed. We have our 2 finalists for FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC, featuring eFootball Mobile. And what a game indeed. That was absolutely stunning. Tell us what happened in that game, Abdulaziz.
Oh wow, what a game. I mean, India really did really good job here. They were so good from the very beginning to the last seconds. They controlled the game, even though when they were losing, they managed to come back. And not only come back, but they managed to come back in a style.
Absolutely, 100%. So they are qualified into the FIFA World Cup. But man, this is going to be interesting to watch, especially for Team Thailand, because they have a long journey back from the bottom. Will they reach the finale? I'm not sure. You need to sit down with us and watch this match. Watch this entire tournament till the end. But for now, it is going to be Team India that will be moving forward.
Yes, indeed. And the spotlight, we are not going to take away the spotlight. The qualified team for the second team to qualify for FIFAe World Cup 2026 is going to be India. But what a goal indeed. Cool as a cucumber. The AI mistake in the rear, in the back far post has led to that goal. But this is where it swerved. That could have been a beautiful goal, Abdulaziz.
Oh yes, I mean, India played really good. Even though in the second game we saw that Thailand managed to score the first goal, but the problem they had is that they didn't keep that lead, and also they didn't take full advantage of that. So it was not enough to score only 1 goal, because you know, in this game it's not enough at all. And that's what happened exactly. India came back and they managed to lead it all the way to the final whistle, and they won it.
Absolutely. So as you can see on your screen, it is the same scoreline as Japan and also Jordan. Well, what a pure photocopy of what we're watching from just now. So as you are watching right now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see Japan has advanced, India has advanced, Jordan and Thailand, they will be taking the long road. Well, Decipher, I think this is going to be a very interesting grand finale coming up for us.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be a very solid grand final, because right now we already know who's going to be advancing into the FIFAe World Cup. So right now it's going to determine who is going to lift the trophy for our first pit stop, FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC right here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So it's between Japan and India, but the team that lost, they are not out of the woods yet. It's going to be Jordan going up against Thailand. The winner of that match will be joining the top 2 teams advancing into the FIFAe World Cup 2026. The loser still have a chance. They will go up against New Zealand in the Intercontinental qualifier. Abdulaziz, as you mentioned, it's going to be a long road, but it's going to be a tiring road going down in the lower bracket.
Indeed it is, but that's how it is here. We do have Japan and India already qualified to the finals, the FIFA World Cup finals, and it's not over for the other teams, you know. India, Thailand, and of course Jordan, they still have one more chance in the lower bracket tomorrow, where they can at least fix what happened today and come back stronger tomorrow. And let's see if it's enough to beat New Zealand, who will be facing one of those two teams.
I really like how New Zealand is being faced right now. They're like, you know, bring it to me. Yeah, let's see who's the best to go up against me. That's how the feeling is. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to be interesting grand finale to watch, especially for the mobile side. And I can't wait to find out who's going to be the winners, because we got really top players in here. You know, they might be having with those smiley faces and stuff, but they show quality on the pitch. Celebration and their character shows a whole different story. But oh, I think this is going to be tough. This is going to be tougher than the one that we commented in Saudi, Abdulaziz.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed, of course, because it's the nations here, and also the atmosphere is completely different. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm having a great time in Malaysia. and
He only
Kuala Lumpur.
actually enjoys this while talking to us, but once you give him the controller, there's no time
It's
to
another
enjoy.
story.
That's another story. So having
Yeah.
said the above, ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of our duty at the commentary table. And I really enjoyed sharing the table with my brother Matthews Isaac and also Abdulaziz on my right flank. But as you know, my customary way to close the day, Matt, any last word before we close the deal for today?
Oh, the last word is going to be very interesting because we got huge grand finale coming up. So do not miss that, as we'll be joined by us, probably. Okay, and we will be bringing you all the action that happens on the virtual pitch.
Abdulaziz, what is
Well.
your last word?
Well, I mean, stay tuned because there will be a lot and plenty of actions coming up with these two gentlemen. I'll see you tomorrow, but for now, enjoy the rest of the games, and I'll see you later.
So, having said the above, again, thank you so much, my distinguished casters and also my brothers in arms. We will take a short break, but before we go for a short break from the commentary table, we would like to send you to another brother of mine, which is Muaz. Take it away and interview with our winning team. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Decipher, Matt, as well as Abdulaziz for that incredible commentate. Of course, guys, I'm currently right here with the winning team for our semi-final just now, where Team India going up against Thailand. So have a look, Mujin Cole as well as Daniel. They're here with us, and they're looking excited right here. Of course, guys, congratulations on the win. What does this victory mean to the team, especially after such a competitive match up against Thailand just now?
It means a lot to us because coming before into this tournament, we had this objective of qualifying for the FIFAe World Cup, and we have done exactly that against a top nation in Thailand. So now our prize are on the eFootball Continental Championship, which is against Japan tomorrow. So yeah, really buzzing.
What about you, Mujin?
Yeah, it's been absolutely superb. It's a superb feeling, top team Thailand, but we came out on top, and I hope it was a thrilling spectacle for you all. And that's what the point is, to be winning and to be part of this competition and to eventually get the trophy and obviously to qualify for Riyadh. And Riyadh, here we go.
Amazing, trying to make history in the making. Of course, you guys now shown that India can perform under pressure. What do you think the team can take from this match moving forward?
Of course, like coming into this tournament, we had a really top nations in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and we got to play against each of them in the group stage. So it was really a good preparation for us coming into the knockouts. And yes, now we have to show them that we can beat them on the stage as well and pressure as well. So we have done exactly that.
Yeah, we've just shown what we're capable of. We're capable of beating the top teams. We have beaten Japan in the group stage, and we have them tomorrow again as well in the final. So that's going to be a top game. And today against Thailand, they're a top team, and we showed what we're capable of. So keep supporting us, and yeah, we will continue to do well for the country.
Amazing. And of course, finally, with the competition getting tougher and tougher over the days, what message do you have for everyone that is currently watching and supporting Team India at home?
Keep supporting us, and we won't disappoint you.
Yes, keep supporting, keep all your eyes on us, and we're going to show what we're capable of. You know what we're capable of. We're fighting for the badge, and that's what we're going to do.
Let's go! Congratulations again, guys. And I hope to see you guys at the final tomorrow. And to everybody who's still watching right here with us again, we would like to say thank you guys for tuning in for the FIFAe Continental Championship of 2026 by AFC, featuring eFootball Mobile. And again, I would like to say congratulations to all the winners, and of course to those who is unfortunate enough to go to the lower, well, for the Intercontinental. Well, there's so much things to be shown to you guys later on in 2 days. Yeah, but as of now, we're gonna take a very short break, and when we come back, we have more. Okay, games for you, more matches just for you. Because reason why we are gonna be jumping into the FIFAe Continental Championship 2026 by AFC, featuring eFootball console. So do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna take a very short break, but I'll be back shortly. My name is Moaz, and we'll see you guys after this.
the delay is over. We are ready to go here finally in game one of this grand final. Brazil versus Indonesia. You've been patient. It's now time, and I have no doubt Indonesia nor Brazil will disappoint us here, Alex.
It's time to shine, Harry. Game one of this grand final, the FIFA World Cup. This is now Indonesia with the ball, with a great through ball for Marcelino Ferdinand in a great spot.
What a start this could be.
No, Bremer, great block. Bro, different story than game one. Great start for Indonesia. We'll see the corner kick. Brazil is really good attacking those corner kicks, but defending, we'll see.
And we did see 15 minutes played. Of course, no score between the two nations, so before the restart, they're happy to continue. That dangerous corner poured behind. And the Indonesian fans here in the arena are enjoying the boys in red.
As you see, is Joao Victor taking the manual goalkeeper ready to try to control a great zone for save the corner kick. Once again, it's deflected. No, the clear of Brazil. And it's Joe Ellington, one of the most important players for the Canarinha, next to Richarlison. We'll see who takes the lead, who takes the first goal of the final.